Dear students, this is the third period which I am going to take. And before you, I am here to complete the remaining part of your first lesson, and that is a letter to God. Dear students, as you already remember that the whole crop, the whole harvest of Lemko was destroyed. And in fact, he had lost everything and he was really very upset. He was really very upset. But there was a strong belief somewhere in his conscience, and that came into his practice also, that no one dies of hunger because there is God. And God really helps those who expect from Him. Remember this one sentence. There are many powers on this surface of earth: political power, economic power, social power, many other powers. But remember, students, that a spiritual power reigns over everything. Spiritual power rules over everything, and that spiritual power Lemko has. That spiritual power. Though Lemko did not have any other powers, Lemko did not have any other influence. Visually, Lemko did not find help from any source which spread on the surface of the earth. But he had one power, he had one belief, and that guided him. Let us see how that power guided him. That's what they say, no one dies of hunger. He had belief that no one dies of hunger. All through the night, Lemko thought only of his one hope, the help of God, whose eyes, as he had been instructed, see everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. See, this is a matter of belief. This is a matter of faith. And here lies wisdom. This is the beginning of wisdom, you can say. That he believed that God has such eyes which see everything, even what is happening in the inner core of our heart, in the inner depth of our conscience. He had that belief. Lencho was an ox of a man working like an animal in the fields, but still he knew how to ride. Lemko was basically a farmer. Lemko was basically a farmer. He was a very simple man. But he knew a bit of writing, you see. He knew a bit of writing. He knew how to write. And he decided that he would write to God, the supreme authority, which supervises everything, and who supervises everything, and who gives everything to everyone, who gives many, who, not everything, but he gives many things to everyone. How can we say that everything to everyone? Many things to everyone. The following Sunday at daybreak, as the sun rose, followed by a bright morning, a fine morning, and as the day broke, he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place in the mail. It was nothing less than a letter to God. That is the topic of this lesson. That is the name of this lesson. After the daybreak, he wrote a letter to God. He simply wrote a letter. Whatever in his mind, whatever in his conscience, whatever the problems he had just put those problems in the letter which he had written to God. in the letter which he had written to God. Now come to the next paragraph. God, he wrote, if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. This is a plea. Plea means a strong request. This is an appeal of a simple farmer to the Almighty, to the God, who is the creator of the entire universe. So if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos. Pesos is a name of currency. Peso is a name of currency which is used in Mexico. Now, in order to sow my field again, sorry, I have to revise it. I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field again and to live until the crop comes, because the hailstorm further. You see how Lenko wrote a letter to God with such a firm belief and faith that God will respond to his letter. God will respond to his letter. He said to the God, he wrote to the God that, oh God, I have lost everything. Now I don't have anything to survive. And if you will not help me in such an hour of crisis, in such an hour of problem, in such deadly circumstances, then I, with my family, will go hungry, and there will be starvation. So please send me 100 pesos so that in order to sow my field again, so that I can sow my field again, and then the harvest will come next year. Till then, I need 100 pesos. And he also cited the reason. See how simple Lencho was. He wrote to God, he wrote to God on the envelope. During these days, we are not writing enough letters because the telecommunication has such a power which had taken the pleasure of writing letters. So, there is you can say, a very different sort of pleasure a person gets while writing a letter. So he wrote to God, and after writing a letter, we put that letter in the envelope, and on the face of the envelope, on the front portion of the envelope, we write address. Similarly, he wrote to God on the envelope, put the letter inside, and still trouble went it on. At the post office, he placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it into the mailbox. See, what did he do? He wrote the letter, put that letter into an envelope. After that, he wrote the address, and nobody knows where God lives. There is a vague, there is an abstract concept that God lives above all things. God lives above all things. So, having these concepts, having these beliefs, he wrote that letter, put it into the envelope, and he went to the town. He reached at the post office and dropped that letter into the mailbox. See what I believe. One of the employees, who was a postman and also helped at the post office, went to his boss, laughing heartily, and showed him the letter to God. And as soon as the postman took out all the envelopes, among those envelopes, there was also an envelope of Lencho, which he wrote to God. Seeing that envelope, the postman started laughing, because it was unusual, it was not customary. People do not write letters to God. We have such belief. We offer our prayers. We wish that, oh God, please help me. Oh God, please take out me from these troubled circumstances, from these troubled things. We pray, we wish, but we don't write letters. But what to say about this simple farmer Lencho who wrote a letter? One of the employees who was a postman, and as soon as the postman took out all the letters and he glanced at a letter which was addressed to God, he laughed heartily because it was unusual, it was not customary. And he showed that envelope to the postmaster. Never in his career as a postman had he known that address. That address was very strange, very uncommon, and it was never seen and observed by anyone. The postmaster, a fat, amiable, friendly and pleasant natured fellow, I also broke up laughing, but almost immediately he turned serious and tapping the letter on his desk commented. He too started laughing because in his tenure of service he had never seen such letter, he had never seen such address. That's why he too started laughing. But once again, at once, he became serious. His face turned serious and tapping the letter on his desk, he commented, "What faith! I wish I had the faith of the man who wrote this letter, starting a correspondence with God." He expressed his surprise. He also wished that perhaps if I had that faith which this poor farmer has, and starting up a correspondence with God. Now come to the another paragraph. So in order not to shake the writer's faith in God, the postmaster came up with an idea, answered the letter, and keeping in view that Lencho's faith should be intact. Lencho's faith Lencho's faith should not be disheartened. His faith should not be shattered. His belief should not be betrayed. उसके यकीन को, उसके विश्वास को धोखा नहीं होना चाहिए। है ना? इन सोचों के साथ, इन उम्मीदों के साथ, इन बातों के साथ उस postmaster had an idea. And what was the idea? That he should answer the letter. He knew the truth that this letter can never be reached to God. So, but at the same time, Lencho's faith should also be intact. लेंको का फेथ भी बचा रहना चाहिए. इसके वास्ते उन्होंने क्या किया कि yes, I should write a letter. But when he opened it, it was evident that to answer it, he needed something more than goodwill. But it was not an ordinary letter. It was an appeal. It was a demand. And that demand, as we already know, was of 100 pesos. So, that needed, beyond showing some goodwill, पैसा चाहिए था उस चिट्ठी का जवाब देने के लिए. Ink and paper. But he stuck to his resolution. But once decided, once committed, that should be accomplished. That was the belief of the postmaster also. Being a good man, he had such a belief. He asked for money from his employees. He himself gave part of his salary, and several friends of his were obliged to give something for an act of charity. But he had decided that he would help him, he would cooperate him. So he asked all the employees of the post office, he asked, or you can say he requested to his friends, to his relatives, to his near and dear ones, to contribute for such a good, noble and virtuous cause. And everybody contributed for an act of charity. Postmaster, he himself cut a part of his salary and contributed it. It was impossible for him to gather together the 100 pesos, so he was able to send the farmer only a little more than half. It was very difficult for a person like the postmaster. Though he had contributed, he had taken contribution from his friends, from his relatives, from his employees also. But even though he could not make it odd, the whole amount which was demanded by the farmer Lenchu. A little more than half of the amount he had managed to he had managed to give or to send Lenchu. He put the money in an envelope addressed to Lenchu and with it a letter containing only a single word as a signature God. He put the entire money. How could he write anything more? He just wrote God at the place of sender. And you see that how his faith was overcome. Though God is not a being, it is only an abstract being no one could see. But actually God gave him, because it is God, the supreme authority, who gave the thought, who gave the idea to the postmaster's mind to contribute such and such amount of money, at least to try, at least to make an endeavor, at least to make an effort for Lenchu. Now there are some questions. Who or what did Lenchu have faith in? So simply, Lenchu had faith in God. What did he do? He wrote a letter to God. He demanded money. He mentioned the cause also. Who read the letter? The postmaster read the letter. What did the postmaster do then? The postmaster took a resolution. The postmaster decided that his faith should remain intact, and for that matter he had to contribute among themselves. And that's what he did. Now come to the next paragraph. The following Sunday, Lenko came a bit earlier than usual to ask if there was a letter for him. It was the postman himself who handed the letter to him, while the postmaster, experiencing the contentment of a man who has performed a good deed, looked on from the office. On the following Sunday, he came back to the post office in order to receive the response from the God. See, what a faith. What a tremendous faith on God. But there was also a letter. The postman himself handed him the letter over his inquiry. The postman himself handed him the letter. And the postmaster was sitting in his chair, and he was quite satisfied that he had done a good deed. Whenever you will do a good deed, you get satisfied. And such a satisfaction will never be got by anything else. A noble deed, doing a noble deed, provides you an immense pleasure. You can always experience it in your day-to-day life. And the postmaster was looking at Lencho's face, experiencing the contentment of a man who has performed a good deed. He was quite satisfied that he had done a noble deed, that he had done a virtuous work. Now, Lencho showed not the slightest surprise on seeing the money. Such was his confidence. But he became angry when he counted the money. God could not have made a mistake, nor could he have denied Lencho what he had requested. When he opened the envelope, when he found the money, he was not at all surprised. He thought that it was quite usual thing, as we often demand money from our friends, from our relatives, whenever we are in crisis. We demand money and we request money to our parents. Limpo, there was not a slight sign of surprise and exclamation on the face of Limpo. But as soon as he pointed it, he found that the money, the amount he demanded, it was not there. He became angry. He knew very well that God could not make any mistake, and God would certainly fulfill his wish. God would certainly come to his demand. Immediately, Lencho went up to the window to ask for paper and ink, and he became astonished. He baffled, परेशान हो गया, उलझन में आ गया. उसे लगा कि गॉड तो ऐसा कर ही नहीं सकते, और ऐसा भी नहीं हो सकता है कि हमने जो गॉड से रिक्वेस्ट किया है वो गॉड पूरा ना करे और गॉड कम पैसा भेजे. ये ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता. भला उनके पास कमी किस बात की है? उनके पास कमी किस बात की है? गॉड ऐसा तो कर ही नहीं सकते. नाउ कम टू द another paragraph. Immediately Lencho went up to the window, asked for pen and ink, and on the public writing table he started to write with much wrinkling of his brow. And he became astonished. He baffled. He became very angry that it is not possible that God would not fulfill his request. And simply, it is impossible that God would commit any mistake. And here mistake refers to the amount which the postmaster and his other employees, his friends and relatives accumulated the money. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. गॉड ऐसा नहीं कर सकता. देखिए क्या बिलीफ है, क्या सोच है, और परेशानी की लकीरें उसके माथे पे आ गई, उसके चेहरे पे उभर आ गई. Caused by the effort he had to make to express his ideas. At the same time, he had to contain his emotion, his excitement, his anger, a mixed feeling which was created, which had been produced, which had appeared after getting the amount. When he finished, he went to the window to buy. So he wrote that letter. He replied, and while replying, he expressed his anxiety. When he finished, he went to the window to buy a stamp which he licked and then affixed to the envelope with a blow of his fist. And he bought another stamp. Fixed that stamp on the face of the envelope and put a fist over it with a blow of his fist. It showed his anger. The moment the letter fell into the mailbox, the postmaster went to open it. And the postmaster was equally curious that why did he react so? Why Lencho reacted so? It said, God, the content of the letter goes like this. It said, God, of the money that I asked for, only 70 pesos reached me. Oh God, I demanded for 100 pesos, but there was only 70 pesos that reached me. Send me the rest since I need it very much. See, एक हक समझ के, एक राइट समझ के, एक मैंडेटरी वर्क समझ करके गॉड को क्या कह रहा है? प्लीज सेंड द रिमेनिंग अमाउंट बिकॉज आई नीड इट बैडली, बट डोंट सेंड इट टू मी थ्रू द मेल because the post office employees are a bunch of crooks. And at the same time, he expressed his disbelief over the post office employees. He thought that they are a bunch of crooks and they must have deceived, they must have cheated. And it might be possible that they might not have worked properly. So at this time, Lencho expressed, Lencho wrote that, oh God, now please don't send me through the post office. please send me from any other source. Now let us try to explain it in Hindi so that everything could be quite clear. Now come to the now my dear students, come to the summary of this story in Hindi. आइए थोड़ी देर में हम इसको समाप्त करते हैं। लेंचो एक फार्मर है, उसका घर छोटी छोटी पहाड़ियों के दरमियान है। उन पहाड़ियों के चारों तरफ खेत और खलियाने हैं और दूर कहीं पे नदी भी है। ये मेक्सिको का सीन है, मेक्सिको, ब्राज़ील, ये इन जगहों का सीन है। और ये जो राइटर है वो खुद एक मैक्सिकन राइटर है। तो लेंचो का घर अकेला है वहाँ पे, और वहाँ पे कोई घर नहीं है। लेंचो अपने परिवार के साथ, जिसमें उसकी पत्नी थी और उसके कुछ बच्चे थे, एक साथ सभी लोग रहा करते थे। लेंचो का जो सोर्स ऑफ इनकम था वो उसका खेत था। वो उसमें गल्ला उगाया करता था, अनाज उगाया करता था, और उसी से पूरे साल वो अपने खुद की और अपने बच्चों की परवरिश करता था। एक नहायत ही साधारण आदमी, एक नहायत ही सीधा और सच्चा आदमी। हर साल की तरह फसल तैयार था और लेंचो को ये उम्मीद थी कि हर साल की तरह इस साल भी फसल मेरा अच्छा तैयार है। अब हम कुछ ही दिनों के बाद इसको काटेंगे, लेकिन थोड़ी जो कमी थी वो बारिश की। लेंचो ये विश करता था गॉड से कि ओ गॉड, थोड़ी सी अच्छी खासी बारिश हो जाए, और अगर अच्छी खासी बारिश पॉसिबल नहीं है तो कम से कम थोड़ी सी बारिश हो जाए। ये उसकी कामनाएं थी, ये उसके विशेष थे, ये उसकी तमन्नाएं थी। अब देखिए, सोचों और उम्मीद के इस दरमियान काले काले बादल आसमान को मंडलाने लगे। बादलों को देख करके लेंचो की खुशी का कोई ठिकाना न रहा। लेंचो बड़ी खुशी के साथ, बड़े एक्साइटमेंट के साथ आसमान पर तक रहा। और जैसे ही बारिश की बूंदें पड़नी शुरू हुई, वो बारिश की बूंदें दरअसल उसको 5 और 10 पॉइंट्स नज़र आ रहे थे, क्योंकि वो बारिश का पानी सिर्फ उसके लिए नहीं था, ये उसके लिए उन तमन्नाओं का फुलफिलमेंट था, उन ख्वाहिशों का फुलफिलमेंट था, उन कामनाओं का फुलफिलमेंट था जो उसने अपने गॉड से किया था। और फिर बारिश जब हुई, लेंचो को बहुत अच्छा लगा था। पर देखते ही देखते उसका सपना बिखर गया। और ये सपना कैसे बिखरा? ये बारिश जो है तूफान में बदल गया, ये बारिश आंधी में बदल गया, ये बारिश पत्थरों में बदल गया। और देखते ही देखते उसका सारा फसल तबाह हो गया, उसकी सारी मेहनत बेकार चली गई, उसका सारा मेहनत ज़ाया हो गया। और लेंचो को लगा कि लोकस्ट भी हमारे फसल को इस तरह से बर्बाद ना करता, कम से कम 2-4 लीफ तो जरूर रहते, मगर ऐसा ना हुआ। और लेंचो इस सोच से परेशान हो गया कि फिर पूरे साल भर वो अपने बच्चों की परवरिश करेगा तो कैसे करेगा। ये एक बहुत बड़ी समस्या, एक बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन लेंचो के दिलो दिमाग में आ गया। पर लेंचो की एक सोच थी कि कोई भी इंसान इस दुनिया में भूखा नहीं मरता, क्योंकि ऑलमाइटी है, सबको खिलाने वाला। एक मुकम्मल सोच के तहत, एक मजबूत इरादे के तहत उसने गॉड को ही चिट्ठी लिख डाला। हमें दिक्कत होती है तो हम अपने पेरेंट्स को चिट्ठी लिखते हैं, अपने रिलेटिव्स को चिट्ठी लिखते हैं, अपने फ्रेंड्स को चिट्ठियाँ लिखते हैं, मगर इसने किसी को नहीं बल्कि गॉड को चिट्ठी लिखा। और क्या कहा कि ओ गॉड, 100 पेसों आप मुझे भेजें, इसलिए कि आप देख रहे हैं कि मेरा फसल हेल स्टॉर्म ने तबाह कर दिया है, और आप 100 पेसों भेजें ताकि हम उससे अनाज भी उगाएं, ताकि अगले साल काम आए और इस दरमियान हम अपने बच्चों की परवरिश कर सकें। और इस चिट्ठी को उसने पोस्ट ऑफिस जाके, शहर में पोस्ट ऑफिस जाके मेल बॉक्स में डाल दिया, इस उम्मीद के तहत, इन आशा के तहत और एक मजबूत इरादे के साथ गॉड इसका जवाब जरूर देगी। फिर फॉलोइंग संडे को वो पोस्ट ऑफिस गया इस उम्मीद के साथ कि जवाब जरूर आएगी। और इस बीच जब पोस्टमैन ने तमाम चिट्ठियों को निकाला और उसमें जो एक चिट्ठी जो काफ़ी अनयूजुअल उसको नजर आई कि साहब गॉड का एड्रेस लिखा हुआ है, वो जाकर के पोस्ट मास्टर को दे दिया। वो खुद भी हंसने लगा और इसको देख करके पोस्टमैन भी हंसने लगा। लेकिन अचानक पोस्ट मास्टर की हंसी गायब हो गई, उसके चेहरे में सिंसियरिटी और सीरियसनेस आ गया और उसने सोचा कि नहीं, इस आदमी की उम्मीद को बरकरार रखना चाहिए। और उसने फिर लिफाफे को खोला तो जो बातें उसमें लिखी हुई थी वो पोस्ट मास्टर के बस से और उनकी हैसियत से बाहर की बात थी, उनके ताकत से बाहर की बात। लिहाजा फैसला तो उन्होंने कर लिया कि इसकी मदद करनी है। फैसला तो उन्होंने कर लिया कि जो यकीन और विश्वास इसने गॉड पे जताया है, वो यकीन और विश्वास उसका हर कीमत पे रहना चाहिए। उस यकीन को टूटना नहीं चाहिए, इसलिए कि जब यकीन टूटता है, जब विश्वास टूटता है, तो इंसान की जिंदगी में कुछ बाकी नहीं होता, कुछ नहीं। एक मजबूत से मजबूत इंसान बिखर करके रह जाता है, टूट करके रह जाता है और फिर पूरी दुनिया की ताकत उसको समेट नहीं सकती। लिहाजा पोस्ट मास्टर के अकेले की बस की बात नहीं, उसने पोस्ट ऑफिस के तमाम अदर एम्प्लॉयज़ को इकट्ठा किया, सारी बातें बताई और उनसे मदद की अपील की। अपने दोस्तों से कहा, अपने रिश्तेदारों से कहा और सब जगह से पैसा इकट्ठा करके, फिर भी जितना डिमांड था उतना तो नहीं हुआ, 70 पैसे हुआ और उसने जो है इन्वेलप में रख करके और उसमें सिर्फ गॉड लिख दिया और इन्वेलप को पेस्ट करके दोबारा जो है वो इन्वेलप को पेस्ट करके वो पोस्ट ऑफिस में रख दिया जहाँ से चिट्ठियों की डिलीवरी होती। लेंचो आया पूरी उम्मीद के साथ, पूरे विश्वास के साथ, और जब उसको पोस्टमैन ने वो लिफाफा दिया, वो इन्वेलप दिया, तो उसने थोड़ी सी भी हैरानी न दिखाई। हम जैसे लोगों को लग सकता है कि अरे यार गॉड भी डायरेक्ट कुछ भेज सकते हैं। अरे गॉड के पास भेजने के बहुत सारे रास्ते हैं, गॉड के पास भेजने के बहुत सारे रास्ते हैं। जब वो चाहे तो उनको भेजने के लिए रास्तों की कमी नहीं है। हमको लेने के लिए हमारे हाथ कम पड़ जाए, हमारे गोदे कम पड़ जाए, हमारी आंखें देख नहीं सकती है, हमारे कान सुन नहीं सकते हैं। अगर गॉड मदद करने पे आए तो हम किसी को भी इतना दे दे, इतना दे दे, इसका कोई जवाब नहीं। आपको भी चाहिए? अगर चाहिए तो गॉड से कहिए, किसी दूसरे से कहने का कोई फायदा नहीं। हाँ तो बच्चों, मैं भी शांत हो रहा हूँ। मेरे कहने का मतलब नहीं कि जब इन्वेलप खोला थोड़ा सा भी सरप्राइज नहीं हुआ, उसको मालूम था कि गॉड भेजेंगे। और जब 70 पैसे देखा तो गुस्सा हो गया कि गॉड ऐसा काम कर ही नहीं सकते, गॉड ऐसी गलती कर ही नहीं सकते। और उसके बाद हमारे गुस्सा की हालत में वो विंडो पे गया और इंक मांगा, पेपर मांगा और फिर लिखना शुरू कर दिया कि वो गॉड, आपने जो मुझे 70 पैसे भेजा है, मैंने तो 100 पैसे का डिमांड किया था और इसमें कमी है। आप बकाए के रकम को दोबारा भेजें। और गॉड, एक बात आपसे अपील है कि आप इन पोस्ट ऑफिस के द्वारा ना भेजें। ये लोग बंच ऑफ क्रूक्स हैं, जरूर इनके गड़बड़ी से ये गड़बड़ी पैदा हुआ है। अभी भी वो गॉड को दोष नहीं दे रहा है, ये है बंदा, ये है इंसान, ये है आदमी। तो इस लेसन से हमें ये बिलीफ मिलता है कि हम अपने इकोनॉमिक वर्ल्ड में, हम अपने सोशल वर्ल्ड में, हम अपने पॉलिटिकल वर्ल्ड में व्यस्त हैं और जिस वर्ल्ड की हमें जरूरत है वो वर्ल्ड है स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड, उससे हम कोसों दूर हैं। तो जरूरत इस बात की है कि हम अपने रिलेशन को गॉड से अच्छा करें, गॉड से मजबूत करें। बच्चों, कुछ क्वेश्चन है जैसे was Lencho surprised to find a letter for him with money in it? No, Lencho was not at all surprised when he found a letter for him with money in it. What made him angry? The amount was less that he demanded. वो रकम कम थी जितना उसने डिमांड किया था। तो मेरे बच्चों, इस घर में बैठे आप अपने वक्त को बिना ज़ाय करने के आप इन सवालों को कर लेंगे।